आपको देखकर दिया ये लाइनें मुझे बहुत ही सही लगती हैं। खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे कि बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है। दिया जी, आपके लिए ये लाइंस पूरा ही फिट बैठती हैं, बिकॉज you have carved your way with your sheer hard work and with your determination, and also with your unshakable values. I feel very, very proud and extremely honored to welcome you on behalf of ICC National Women's Committee to Bhubaneswar. Please join your hands together to welcome a lady who wears many, many hats, the charismatic and the ever beautiful diva, Diya.
Thank you so much, Meenuji. Namaste, good evening, Adab. I'm so grateful to the ICC and the Women's Chamber for welcoming here and inviting me here and having this conversation. I'm so excited about all the women-led enterprises that so many more people are going to discover courtesy this Mela. And fashion and lifestyle is really a very simple indication of where we find ourselves socially, culturally, spiritually, and also economically. So it's a good time to discover the power of our female-led enterprises. I'm actually looking forward to visit some of the stalls if I can later.
Sure.
But more than anything else, I'm really happy to be here in Bhubaneswar. So thank you for having me.
So, Diya, you have been continuously evolving yourself in so many different ways. You have a plethora of achievements and titles under your belt, which prove that you have had a very extraordinary journey. So, I will begin by talking to you about something which is very close to your heart. You had a very strong voice in raising awareness for climate change. You are an advocate for conscious, consumerism. And you have achieved multiple awards at different stages for all the activities which you do. What I would like to know, why is it that this cause is so close and so dear to you, and what all of us can do to contribute to the same?
Thank you, Meenuji, for asking this very important question. Climate change is not a popular topic. It's evident. It's staring in our face. It's something that many communities, many people are discovering every day is impacting them. Temperatures are changing drastically. Heat is intensifying, cold is intensifying. It's causing all kinds of human damage and loss. There are all kinds of natural disasters that are occurring because of man-made climate change. There isn't a simple answer to this question. The first and the most important thing is, even before I became a mother, I realized that everyone I love, lives on this planet. And if the question of our survival is so stark and so evident, because it's not just about our survival in the next 5 years or this decade, it's about our survival over the next 100 years, 200 years. And that includes the survival of my children and hopefully my grandchildren. And not just the survival, but the quality of life. So right now, as we see it, the air is polluted, the soil is polluted, our food is contaminated, our water is polluted. It's causing widespread distress and disease. And the climate is changing. So I think it was hard not to react and respond to the crisis. And the choice really is about understanding the problem and asking myself, what is it that I can do to help make a difference? What are the changes that I can bring in my everyday life to make a difference? And hopefully while doing that, maybe share it with some more people and hope that they will change with me. But when I say man-made human climate change, I mean that it is our overconsumptive over-exploitative behavior that has caused some terrible imbalances on the planet. We've destroyed ecosystems, we've destroyed nature, we've cut forests, we've polluted the air, we've done so much. Think about it. कुदरत में कितने स्पीसीज हैं, कितने जानवर हैं, कितने पक्षी हैं, कितने अलग अलग अन्य प्रकार के स्पीसीज हैं. उनमें से एक इंसान है जो प्रकृति से अलग रहने लगा. Human beings are the only species that live outside of the natural world. We've built walls, we've built cities, we've built boundaries, we've built borders. In nature, these things don't exist. And in that false idea of our world that we have created, we've forgotten that everything that we need in our everyday lives, whatever comfort it brings us, but the most basic needs, which is the air to breathe, the food to eat, the water to drink, all comes from nature. And thereby everything else, the clothes we wear, the food that we produce, the cars that we build, the technology that we make, everything comes from nature. And it has to go back to nature in a form that does not destroy nature. So if we are entirely dependent on nature for our existence, then should we not assign more value to nature? Should we not respect nature more? Should we not love nature more? And should we not all do more to protect nature? That's one part of the question. The second part is, what can I do?
Yes.
The first thing we can all do is to appreciate that connection that each of us has with nature and say, I am a part of nature. My life is connected to nature. What can I do in my everyday life to improve my relationship with nature? So the first thing that I think we can all do, believe it or not, because we are the only species that creates waste that is toxic, unlike any other species, we need to become aware of the waste that we create. At home, in our businesses, wherever it is, we need to learn to manage our waste better. Segregate, compost, manage waste. The second thing that I think we can all do is learn to consume less and waste less. The third is eat seasonal, local fruits and vegetables that are not packaged in plastic. The fourth thing that I think we can all do is to refuse single-use plastics. The fifth thing that I think we can all do is replace CFL bulbs with LEDs. Ensure that all the technology that we use at home is energy efficient and is not being used wastefully. The sixth thing I think we can all do is to support organizations that work for the protection of nature and wildlife. And, of course, do our own bit. One of the things that I love doing is gifting trees in the names of my loved ones. So whether it's a birthday or an anniversary, I grow trees in people's names. So grow trees and do it with the commitment to see them through their lifespan. So nurture the trees that you grow. I think these are 7 things, like the 7 colors of the rainbow, each of us can do, because I think individual action definitely counts and can make a big difference.
You are so correct, Diya. All of us, in our little way, we can definitely contribute. The irony is that all of us live through it. All of us complain, oh, the air is so bad, the water is so polluted, the water is full of chlorine. But we do not take any steps. And you have mentioned it in one of your earlier interviews, that unless pollution becomes a vote bank, it becomes a part of the elections, it becomes a part of the national agenda, it will never make newspaper headlines. For example, our own capital, people who are living in the capital city are breathing in polluted air. Delhi is the most polluted city in the world. And we all have played a part, consciously or unconsciously, contributed to it. So I know
21 of the most polluted cities on the planet are in India.
Yes.
It's
so sad.
it's a stark
It is
statistic.
so sad. But you have been doing a lot of awareness. I know you have been involved in even going to the schools and teaching the kids about environment, about the wildlife, about educating the kids. And in one of your interviews, you also have told that you have great hopes and you believe completely in the goodness of humanity because the younger generation is so aware. So I think as parents, all of us, we need to clap for all our children. They are completely aware. Yes?
Yeah, I think we need to raise stewards of the planet. We need to raise children who will protect the planet and leave not a better planet for our children, but better children for our planet.